Hey, what's up guys? So Bungie added this new sword perk in the game that kind of makes sword skating a little bit crazy now. And I've already made a tutorial on how to do this before, but I think it was more so on Hunter, like world line skating on Revenant Hunter, than like sword skating. So I'm just going to explain how to sword skate on Warlock and Titan, not Hunter, because I already have a video on it. So if you want to watch that, you can check it out. But I'm gonna break sword skating down to the simplest level so it's so easy for you to understand, right? So when you see people sword skating in speedruns, this is normally what it looks like. Let me just explain the button combination real quick because it's super easy to learn, and I need you to just basically get this rhythm down, okay? Because if you're new to it, it can be a little bit difficult, but we're just gonna go into it very slow. Alright, so if you try to do this yourself, you're probably wondering how come you're not going as far as other people, like in videos that you watch, and your Icarus Dash probably looks something like this. Like you don't go far at all. That's because you can't use a boost when you're in a sword animation, like me spamming space right there. It doesn't happen until the sword animation is over. So what people do to get around this is that what they do is they jump in the air, and whenever they sword swing, they swap weapons and then boost Icarus Dash. Swapping to a different weapon takes away that boost lockout during a sword animation. So what you need to practice first is just jumping in the air, swinging, and then swapping weapons. Jump, swing, swap. Jump, swing, swap. Once you have that down, you're just going to implement your jump into that, like right after. So jump, swing, swap, and then boost. Right? So easy once you get used to it. After that, you're going to add your Icarus Dash right after your boost. Right? And then of course, if you have like a jump macro, or you're like spamming your jump button, you can just do that right after your, string of button inputs. So you're jumping, you're swinging, swapping, boost Icarus Dash. Okay, now this is where the fun part comes in play. We're gonna be using the new perk, Eager Edge. So this perk states that whenever you swap to your sword, you get increased sword lunge distance for like a second and a half, right when you swap to the weapon. So if I pull out my hand cannon right here and then swap to my sword, I'll have Eager Edge procced for like a second. When that perk is procced, we're just gonna do sword skating, like how I just taught you. The only difference is that Eager Edge makes you go super far on the initial swing. Nothing changes. The only thing that changes is that Eager Edge is procced, and you just go really far. By the way, one thing I wanted to say is that sword skating kind of just works on any subclass. Top Tree Dawn would obviously be the best because Icarus Dash, you get a lot of speed, but you can also do it with Lament, or you can just do it with any normal sword because sword skating doesn't really change that much between subclasses, other than just like movement tech. So like right there, that's how you would do it with Lament if you were like on a different subclass, or if you were on Top Tree Dawn, you would just implement the block and swing into your button combination. Or if you weren't going to Icarus Dash and you weren't going to use Lament at all, and you were just going to swing normally, then you would just swing, swap, and then boost. And I didn't do it right there, but Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how to do it on Titan. It's basically the same thing. Like once you have it down on Warlock, you know how to do it on Titan. But I'm just gonna show you what it looks like on Titan and what jump you want to be running and what exotic you want to be running. That way you can just maximize this, because it's kind of ridiculous on Titan, and personally, I love it way more on Titan. Also, real quick, I probably should have mentioned this earlier. If you saw me skating on my Warlock, you realize I had a jump macro. You can set up a jump macro like in your mouse app. Like if you have Logitech, you can just do it through G-Hub. Or if you can't set up a macro with the mouse that you have, you can just go to your keybinds, scroll down to jump, and you can just put the second input right here, like spacebar's jump. The second input, you can just put it as scroll wheel mouse down, which is what a lot of people do who don't macro it. Or you can put it as up, whichever feels better. But when people are macroing, they do the scroll wheel like this. They just scroll it down. So that's just like if you don't know how to macro, you don't need a macro. You can just scroll wheel, okay? You don't need a macro. Okay, now, so Titan. You don't need Lion Rampants, but Lion Rampants it just makes it so much better. So when you have Lion Rampants on, you get an extra boost in your jump. So if I jump macro 1, 2, 3, stops at 3, right? Only have 3 boosts in the air, but if I put Lion Rampants on, I get 4. So that means I go a little bit farther. The jump that you want is catapult. If you have been Titan skating since like vanilla D2, always catapult jump when you're Titan skating, because it gives you an upward and forward like lift. Strafe jump, you get no forward momentum, and I believe you get no forward momentum with high lift also. So for Titan, it's the same thing. It's the same button combination. You're just doing the exact same thing. You're jumping, you're swinging, and you're swapping. And then you're gonna be boosting right after. Now I will say, if you're gonna do this on Titan, it's better to have a jump macro. Obviously you can do it without it and just like spam spacebar like this. Like I'm spamming my spacebar right now. I'm probably not doing a good job at it, but a jump macro is just so much better. Now when you're on Titan, you don't have to wait for an Icarus dash. You can just kind of do it whenever, because whenever you hit the ground, your jump resets, and that's what you're relying on with your speed on Titan. You're just doing a jump macro like across wherever you're going. So now that you see what it looks like on Titan, I'm just gonna break it down one more time real quick. Super easy, okay? You're gonna jump in the air, swing your weapon. First step, super easy. That's so easy, right? Alright, next step. Jump, swing, swap your weapon. That way you can start to boost super early. Now, since Titan doesn't have an Icarus dash, after you swap your weapon, you can just start spamming your jump macro. You don't have to worry about an Icarus dash. Just jump, swing, swap, spam, jump macro. And obviously I go really slow because Eager Edge wasn't active. But if I just swap off and then swap back to my sword with the perk, do the combination. Also, you can do this on controller. It's not limited to mouse and keyboard, by the way. You can do this on controller. So I mean, I play claw a little bit. I don't know if that's gonna like affect anything, but I can't jump macro on controller. I didn't even have the perk proc. Hang on, let me try it again. Okay, so I think that's basically it for Titan and Warlock. I can show you, like, I'll show you what it looks like on Hunter, but it's like, it's so easy on Hunter. Like, you don't really have to, there's no really complex button combination. For Hunter, if you want like maximum speed and distance, you're gonna want Stompies and Strafe Jump, because Strafe Jump gives you the most forward and upward momentum. Same button combination, by the way. You don't even really need a jump macro for this, but it helps if you want to get those 2 like initial boosts off. Like you can do it this way if you want, or you can do like the World Line Revenant Hunter Skate. Okay, I think that's about it. I hope I explained everything okay, and sorry if I explained it a little bit too much and I was going really slow. But I know there's a lot of people that don't really know how to Icarus Dash, and it's probably one of the most fun things in the game that I think everybody should know, really. So, yeah, I think that's it. Hope you enjoyed.